Have you ever wondered what would happen if Chevrolet decided to build a hypercar killer? Well, wonder no more. The 2025 Chevrolet C8 Corvette ZR1 is here with 1,064 horsepower, a twin-turbocharged V8, and enough tech to make NASA jealous. This isn't just another Corvette, it's a game-changer that's about to shake up the hypercar world. The ZR1 is set to rewrite the rules of what an American sports car can do. It's packing some serious heat under that sculpted hood, and it's not afraid to use it. But here's the real kicker. This all-American beast is set to do all this at a fraction of the cost of its European rivals. How exactly does a Chevy compete with the likes of Ferrari and McLaren? Let's find out. Now, let's pop the hood and see what's making all this fuss. At the heart of the 2025 Corvette ZR1 lies a beast of an engine that's about to rewrite the rules of American performance. We're talking about a twin-turbocharged 5.5-liter V8 that pumps out a jaw-dropping 1,064 horsepower and 828 pound-foot of torque. That's enough grunt to make most hypercars nervous. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just any old V8 with some turbos slapped on. It's the first turbocharged engine ever to grace a factory Corvette. And Chevy didn't just stop there. They went all out with a flat-plane crankshaft design, similar to what you'd find in high-end European exotics. This setup allows the engine to rev higher and produce more power than a traditional cross-plane V8. The engineering team at Chevrolet didn't just turn up the boost and call it a day. They completely redesigned the engine from the ground up. The LT7, as it's called, features significant upgrades over the already impressive LT6 found in the Z06. We're talking new cylinder heads, revised pistons, beefed-up connecting rods, and an intake manifold specifically designed for forced induction. One of the coolest features of this power plant is its dual fuel injection system. It combines direct injection with port fuel injection, which is crucial for delivering enough fuel to feed this hungry beast. This setup allows for precise fuel control across the entire rev range, ensuring optimal performance whether you're cruising on the highway or pushing the limits on the track. But wait, there's more. The turbochargers on this bad boy are integrated right into the exhaust manifold. This isn't just for show, it improves throttle response and allows for a race car style anti-lag system that adapts to your driving style. It's like having a pit crew constantly fine-tuning your engine as you drive. Now you might be thinking, sure, it's powerful, but can it handle all that heat? Well, Chevy's got you covered. The ZR1's cooling system is a masterpiece of engineering, designed to keep temperatures in check even under the most extreme conditions. But here's the kicker. All this power and technology comes in a package that's still recognizably a Corvette. It's not some million-dollar hypercar that you need a team of mechanics to start up. It's a Chevy, which means it's built to be driven, and driven hard. The ZR1's engine is a testament to what American engineering can achieve when it sets its sights on the hypercar market. It's not just competing with the best from Europe and Japan, it's aiming to surpass them. And based on these specs, it might just pull it off. With all that power under the hood, you'd expect this car to be fast, but fast doesn't even begin to cover it. Chevrolet is keeping some details close to the chest, but the rumors are enough to make your head spin. We're looking at a sub-10-second quarter-mile time. To put that in perspective, that's quicker than a Bugatti Chiron, a car that costs about 10 times as much. But straight-line speed is just the beginning. The ZR1 is expected to hit a top speed exceeding 215 miles per hour. That's fast enough to outrun some small planes. It's not just about bragging rights either. This kind of speed requires serious engineering to keep the car stable and safe. Now, you might be wondering how all this power gets to the ground without turning the tires into smoke. That's where the ZR1's reinforced 8-speed dual-clutch transmission comes in. This isn't your average gearbox. It's been beefed up to handle the monstrous 1,064 horsepower and 828 pound-foot of torque that the twin-turbo V8 is pumping out. This transmission is a masterpiece of engineering. It's designed to handle lightning-fast shifts under full load, ensuring that power delivery is seamless and constant. Whether you're launching from a standstill or shifting at redline on the track, this gearbox keeps up with the engine's insane output. But here's where it gets really interesting. The ZR1 isn't just competing with other American muscle cars, it's taking aim at the cream of the European hypercar crop. We're talking about cars like the Ferrari SF90 Stradale and the McLaren 765 LT. Let's break it down. The Ferrari SF90 Stradale, with its hybrid powertrain, puts out 986 horsepower and hits 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. The McLaren 765 LT, with its twin-turbo V8, makes 755 horsepower and does the 0 to 60 sprint in 2.7 seconds. Both are incredibly fast cars by any standard. Now, Chevrolet hasn't released official 0 to 60 times for the ZR1 yet, but with 1,064 horsepower on tap, it's not hard to imagine it'll be right there with these European exotics, if not faster. And remember, the ZR1 is doing this with a price tag that's likely to be a fraction of what you'd pay for a Ferrari or McLaren. But it's not just about straight-line speed. The ZR1 is designed to be a track monster too. Chevrolet claims that the ZR1's braking system can take the car from 80 miles per hour to 200 miles per hour and back to 80 miles per hour in just 24.5 seconds. That's a 22% improvement over the previous generation C7 ZR1. It's not just about going fast, it's about having the confidence to push the limits, knowing you can rein in all that speed when you need to. But going fast isn't just about power, it's about staying on the ground and keeping cool. The 2025 Corvette ZR1 isn't just a straight-line rocket, it's a masterclass in aerodynamics and thermal management. Let's start with the ZR1's aerodynamic package. This car doesn't just slice through the air, it uses it to its advantage. At high speeds, the ZR1 generates a staggering 1,200 pounds of downforce. The optional ZTK performance package takes things to another level. It adds a large rear wing that looks like it was stolen from a Le Mans prototype. But this isn't just for show. That wing works in harmony with front dive planes to create a balanced aerodynamic profile. The result? Incredible stability at high speeds and mind-bending cornering abilities. Chevrolet's engineers didn't just focus on keeping the car on the ground, they also had to figure out how to keep it cool. With 1,064 horsepower on tap, heat management becomes a critical challenge. The ZR1's cooling system is a work of art in its own right. Let's start with the flow-through hood. It's not just a styling element, it's a crucial part of the car's thermal management system. Hot air from the engine compartment is efficiently channeled out, reducing underhood temperatures and helping to maintain optimal performance even under extreme conditions. But Chevrolet didn't stop there. The ZR1 features dedicated brake cooling ducts, ensuring that those massive brakes can handle repeated high-speed stops without fading. Side air intakes enhance airflow to the rear brakes, a critical feature when you're scrubbing off speed from over 200 miles per hour. Now, let's talk about one of the most controversial yet exciting features of the new ZR1, the return of the split rear window. This design element harks back to the iconic 1963 Corvette Stingray, but it's not just a nostalgia play. The split window on the ZR1 serves both form and function. From a styling perspective, it's a bold statement that ties the ZR1 to its heritage while pushing the design language forward. But more importantly, it's been engineered to work with the car's aerodynamics. The split creates a unique airflow pattern that contributes to the car's overall downforce and stability. Phil Zak, executive design director at Chevrolet, acknowledges the weight of this decision. "We didn't approach this decision lightly. We know this is a beloved element from Corvette's history. It's a perfect example of how the ZR1 balances innovation with tradition." Now, you might be thinking, sure it's fast, but can I daily drive it? Let's step inside and find out. The 2025 Corvette ZR1's interior is where American innovation meets hypercar luxury, and it's a combination that's going to turn some heads. The first thing you'll notice when you slide into the driver's seat is the focused, cockpit-like layout. Everything is angled towards the driver, making you feel like you're in control of a fighter jet rather than a car. The steering wheel is flat on the top and bottom, giving you a clear view of the gauge cluster and enhancing that race car feel. Speaking of gauges, the ZR1 features a unique boost gauge that lets you keep an eye on those twin turbos. It's a constant reminder that you're not in any ordinary Corvette. The digital display includes a 12.0-inch instrument cluster and an 8.0-inch touchscreen, keeping you connected and informed without feeling overwhelmed. But it's not just about the tech. The ZR1's interior is a testament to Chevrolet's commitment to luxury. Premium materials are used throughout, with options that would make some European luxury brands jealous. The seats are supportive yet comfortable, perfect for both track days and long road trips. Chevrolet understands that when you're spending this kind of money on a car, you want it to feel personal. Now, let's talk about the price. The ZR1 is expected to start around $150,000, with fully loaded models potentially reaching $200,000. That's a lot of money for a Chevy, right? Well, not when you consider what you're getting. Compare that to the European hypercars the ZR1 is competing with. So, what have we learned about the 2025 Corvette ZR1? It's got a twin-turbo V8 with 1,064 horsepower. It can hit over 215 miles per hour and generate 1,200 pounds of downforce. The interior rivals European luxury cars, and it does all this for a fraction of the price of its competitors. This isn't just another fast American car, it's a hypercar killer engineered to compete with the best from Ferrari and McLaren. The ZR1 proves American engineering can go toe-to-toe with anyone. It's redefining what's possible from a mainstream brand like Chevrolet.